I just need a smoke break just to calm my nerves. I just need to go away.
DJ bLAck.
I just need a smoke break just to calm my nerves. I just need to go away somewhere far from Earth. I just wanna float away on the riverside somewhere. Hitting strolls, getting bouncing fast.
I put a spell on you because you're mine. I put a spell on you. I swear it works every time. I put a spell on you, and it's every time.
You stay on my mind, yeah. I think about you all the time, thinking about you all the time, yeah. You know you stay on my mind, you know you stay on my mind, yeah. Thinking about you all the time, thinking about you all the time.
I hope your flowers bloom. I hope your flowers bloom. I hope your flowers bloom.
This is DJ bLAck, and it was an honor to interview my next guest. He truly inspires me, and after listening to this episode, I feel that you'll agree with me as well. Growing up in a military family and being raised in Little Rock, Arkansas, this artist broke out of his box and gained the recognition of Childish Gambino along the way. From modeling, producing albums, and releasing a few of his own albums, nothing can stop this guy. It's my pleasure to introduce bLAck pARty. Welcome back, everyone. This is DJ bLAck, keeping you up to date with all the hottest hip-hop news and sneaker talk. And today I'm with a very special guest, the one and only bLAck pARty. Woo! bLAck pARty! Now, you are, in my opinion, you are one of the most underrated producers and artists. I swear to God.
Man, thank you.
This is an honor for me to interview this guy. This guy has worked with Carrie Foam, worked with Childish Gambino. Like, that's insane for you to even work with Childish Gambino. Like, how did that even happen?
Man, crazy. Just Twitter, really just connecting through Twitter, connecting through mutual friends, building relationships. Came out to Arkansas and connected him since then. Moved out to California, started working.
Hey.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your name. Your name is bLAck pARty, but it's... Have you seen the SpongeBob meme? You know, where it's like the mocking SpongeBob meme, where he like with his back is out and stuff. That's what when I see your name, that's what it looks like. But it stands for, it's B lowercase LA capitalized and then CK and then P lowercase AR capitalized TY.
Yeah.
And that has to, if I'm correct, has to do with Los Angeles and Arkansas, right?
Yep. Correct.
So explain the meaning behind that, though.
So my mother's from Arkansas, my father's from Los Angeles. I feel like those two cities kind of made me and make me make sense.
Those seem like total different places, though. Like,
yeah, but that's the thing. Is like the meshing of those two totally different places. Like explains my personality.
That's cool. Yeah. This guy is for real. It's hard in Seattle, or a lot of artists I've even interviewed. They say they're just like an artist and they just focus on their lyrics, but I think we're in a time now where multitasking is a huge thing. So for you to be a producer and an artist, that's actually very interesting. Like,
absolutely.
How did that even come about?
Honestly, when I was younger, I had no aspirations on being my own artist. Like, I did music for fun, but I was too shy to actually make my own music. So that's when I got into production, because like I loved making beats, like ever since I was like 12, 13. So like I got into it that way, and then developed into like rapping and singing later on.
What I've heard from some producers coming up, they're like, oh, I make these fire beats, but no one wants them, so I rapped on my own beats. Were you able to get your beats noticed and then?
Definitely, like, cause yeah, even in middle school, like I had like classmates that were like, I would give beats to and they rap over them or whatever. But like, I feel like like rapping came into the picture when I like as I got older, and once I was like in high school and I like tried rapping, I was like, yo, I kind of rock with this. I like doing it. So like from that point on, I kind of did more a balance of the both from that point on. So yeah.
Is rap even big in Arkansas though? Where in Arkansas you been?
From Little Rock, Arkansas.
That sounds tiny.
Yeah, population like 300,000.
Oh wow.
So like out there, yeah, like rap is big, but it's not like a crazy infrastructure to it. So it's not like what people think of like when they think of like New Orleans or Houston or Atlanta. It's like it's a smaller city, but I feel like, yeah, like in a way it's like a Seattle where it's like there are people that have kind of made it from here, but it's still like it's a place that's still buzzing and still like kind of growing in a movement. You know?
Right. That's why I picked you. Actually, you're a perfect example of. You are literally like Arkansas's over here and Seattle's over here though, but you guys we it's the same thing though. Like you were saying exactly like I can't name a top of my head like an Arkansas rapper, you know, but that's the thing. Like there's art there, but there's not a spotlight on that, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, and it's coming.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying about this year. And for some reason, in my opinion, this 2020 year is going to be a huge wave for music. For some reason,
absolutely, because also a lot of places that haven't gotten a lot of attention previously are now getting attention. So it's like the places like Boston, Seattle, Portland, Ohio, Arkansas, like a lot of these places that kind of got ignored for so long, like they're now getting attention. Because even like Nigerian music, that shit's been popping up for the last 4 or 5 years, right? But it's now becoming to a mainstream place. So it's like, yeah.
How did you make it out of Arkansas?
I mean, I reached the glass ceiling. I did everything I could possibly do. Like I had songs. I got my song on the radio. Like I was in a rap group. I was in a rock band. Like I did everything I feel like I could have done being in Arkansas with the resources I had before it was time to like explore new places. Also, like my whole life, I'm an Army brat, so it's like I moved my whole life. So moving to California didn't feel like, cause like some people grow up in the same place their entire life. That's not necessarily the case for me. So it's like moving feels more so like it feels like an inevitability to it. Like it feels like it feels very inevitable. So it's like there's not that fear of like, oh, I can't leave home. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I feel like when you grow up in a place your whole life, you're like, damn, I don't know how, like, 'cause it's like it's a scary thought of like leaving the place you know the best. But it's like I've had to do that since I was a small child. Wow. So it's like
that was the universe telling you to do this though.
Absolutely.
I think my big thing is like, a lot of people have been seeing this too. Like, the more you put something out, even if no one's paying attention to you, the universe pays you back.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, if you do what you're supposed to do, the universe is always gonna keep going.
You produced on Childish Gambino's last album, right?
Yeah, so I worked on Waking My Love, did background vocals and production, and then I executive produced Carrie Fo's Lost in Los Angeles album. Executive produced the Mango project. Yeah. Worked with a couple friends here and there. Worked with Chloe and Hadley, with Kelly 47. A bunch of different artists here and there. A lot of talented women.
Right.
And like kept things pushing pretty much.
Yeah. See, that's the thing that like you've done all that stuff and you're. No offense, this is not offense, but your name is still like quiet in a way, if that makes sense.
Definitely. I haven't done a crazy amount of interviews.
Is that because you're not looking for them, or like how does that?
I think it's a give and take. So like half of it is like a timing thing. It's like sometimes it's like certain things may not line up due to the timing not being right, and then sometimes it's like there's not enough press attention, because also like just the way people are getting information is changing. Yeah. Because it's like blogs used to inform everybody, and then they didn't anymore. And then it's like magazines informed everybody, and then it's like if they didn't step it up on social media, then it didn't matter. All these these hood pages and stuff are the new news. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people are paying attention to different things now. So it's like, how do you get somebody's attention in this day and age is like a big puzzle.
It's because people's attention spans are so small right now.
And it's also hard to gauge what's actually getting the wider net of
Oh
attention
my,
too.
yes,
So it's
that is so
nobody
hard.
can quite pinpoint
Yeah.
it because it's like, yeah, there's so much going on and everything's changing. When everything's changing at such a fast pace, everybody doesn't know
Right.
where things are going. Like, and luckily it's in an exciting place. Like, anything can happen at this point because it's like once next year comes around, it's like everybody knows at this point that it's like anything's possible, anything can happen. Because I'm like 2019 was just a huge question mark. Like cause when you think about music, I'm like 2019 was just a crazy year. So it's like, and it set the stage for next year to be like a really wild year, a really interesting year. So it's like if anybody brings something new to the table, people are actually gonna care because it's like so many years are built up where it's like people have gotten used to certain things. So it's like rap is the number one genre in the world now. So it's like rap is the most diverse genre too. So it's like now it's in a place where it's like everybody can participate. So it's like now that pushes the genre forward because everybody's gonna try different things at a certain point. Because once you flatline and everybody, because it always has somebody introduces a new thing, everybody copies said new thing, then everything is the new thing. And then that new thing dies. So now we're at the point where the new thing dies and people are searching for the new thing.
Yeah.
So it's like So
see, that's why wouldn't people want to talk to you? What the fuck? See, like Childish Gambino is like the number one guy right now. For real. Like Kendrick is awesome, you know, but Childish Gambino's in the news way more. He's doing
because the man works. He works hard. He's movies and TV, music, the whole nine.
What do you want for 2020 though? When it comes to music, what do you want to see change?
I want there to be like genuine diversity in music. Like I feel like in like 2011, 2010 time, like there was like a resurgence of like indie rock and hip hop were both growing in new territory. So it was like an exciting time because they were also crossing in between. So it's like that was the birth of like genres not really like having boxes anymore. Like they had boxes, but they were kind of like escaping the box.
Well, no, what I want to know is, do you have to actually move to LA to make it?
Not necessarily. You don't have. I don't think you have to move to LA to make it. You have to come to LA to play ball in this industry. So it's like LA and New York are the two places. It doesn't matter what kind of music you make in any country. You got to come to those two cities just because they have the music industry on lock.
Right.
So it's like you need to do press. The press and journalism is run by New York. Entertainment and mostly, especially movie and TV, entertainment type stuff, all that is in LA. So it's like, as an artist, once you get to a position to where you feel like you're a viable business and you want to like increase your chances as an artist, that's when people come to LA or they come to New York, because it's like, it's also a mind frame that those places put you in. Because you're working your way up to the top, essentially. Like, you're in the ball game. Because once you're in the city, you're like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when you don't live in LA and you're just coming to visit, you're usually there working or you're like trying to figure things out. But like, once you're in the city, like, it's like, let's play ball. Like, you're like in the game. So it's like, you're having to figure out a city that's been like the same kind of city for years. Right. But also like navigate within an industry that's foreign to you, because it's like, until you're in it, you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no class for, like, you could take music industry classes to your hardest content, but it won't prepare you for what this actually is. You know what I'm saying?
That makes, is it what it seems though?
I don't think anything's what it seems. I mean, So I feel like some of it is smoke and mirrors. Some of it is like as real as it can get. Right. So it's like,
What I want to do differently with my podcast is, I even feel like Charlamagne the God, Big Boy, Sway in the Morning. They don't. I love listening to those interviews. I listen to them all the time. But I don't feel like they do a good job making the artist seem personable. You know, like a lot of interviews are to promote their new album. Like, check out bLAck pARty's new album Endless Summer, released on August 2019.
And I get that, but I'm like, that's not even like, because that's not even proper advertising. Cause like I study advertising, so it's
Right.
like my biggest thing is like figuring out how advertising makes sense in the internet age. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like we're at an age where it's like TV's still around, but it's not as strong as internet. Like internet weakened TV, and TV wasn't quite prepared for it. So it's just like, I don't know, like we just live in a different age.
Right. But do you like having fans that just see you at this higher platform and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's Black Party? Or do you want your fans to see you more in like a personable light and be like, oh, I know that guy. That I'm here because of his message as a person and through his music. Because I feel like I talked to Deontay about this. I feel like paying extra money to be a a meet and greet, paying extra money for that. I feel like that's a waste of money if you're just gonna take a picture and say hi, because that's like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But
no, I rather like, I don't know, like I just see things, I just handle things differently. So it's like not to judge anybody else's process of how they go about things. It's just like I just do things a certain specific way, just because like I just like all details of how I do things. So it's like for me, I rather like that's just like not like when I come into the city, like I'm looking to connect with that city.
Right,
like, I'm not just because I'm like I can go anywhere in the fucking world. Because I'm like, that's where music is now. It's like, if I decided tomorrow, I'm like, you know what, fuck the U.S. I'm not performing here ever again. I could do that. Still eat as an artist. Could still be successful. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, so for me, I'm like, when I come to the city, I'm like, yo, let me actually connect with the city. Like, let me see what's going on. Like, let me get in tune. Like, what's the music like here?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
it definitely just being a producer and artist, it shows a lot to me as like you're able to learn things on your own, you know? Because like I'm working on being a DJ and like mixing and editing my podcast on my own. Like I feel more accomplished doing that on my own, or even like I'm on all these different music platforms now, but I didn't go through a company or an agent or anything like that. I went in manually to enter all my information. I feel like there's something special about doing that because the internet and like electronics and all that make it so simple just to lose sight of how to do things actually on your own as an individual.
People forget, like, you can't get caught up in convenience. Like, convenience is supposed to be an additive to what you already are doing.
Right.
It's like, you don't have to overwork yourself, but, like, don't lazy yourself out. You know what I'm saying? At the first sight of convenience, like, that's stupid. Like, the most special part about humans is ingenuity. It's like, we're given limited resources and we're able to work with it and make it magical. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
I'm trying to figure out, because like I said, I'm trying to help out all these Seattle artists, and like I'm starting up too, so I can't be like, oh, this is what it's going to take for this guy to make it, because it's not like I made it either yet, you know? But what are things you can, what are personality traits or something you can see in a person that's, you can see them making it, if that makes sense? Like, what do you think it actually takes for someone, because I feel like you truly understand that coming from Little Rock and now moving to like LA, like that's a huge jump in a way. So what did it take for you, and what do you think it takes for other people to actually, because music is like the NBA and the NFL, you know, everyone feels like they can do it. But it's weird how the NFL and the NBA those sports do a better job of being like, fuck no, you can't make it. Like, it's because everyone feels like if they, like, you can make it off just putting your stuff out online, but
because also the difference between the, like, with sports, it's all controlled by an organization. So it's like with basketball, like, you can go play overseas, but those brands aren't as strong as the NBA. Whereas music is like, you can not be attached to an organization and still make shit pop, because you realize the organization is the middleman. You're the performer, and you have the consumers. So it's like, whatever it is always going to be in the middle. what is actually going on. It's a marriage between the producer and the consumer.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like, I forgot how I left my point.
No, that's right. But yeah, what did it take for you personally to make it out of Arkansas? Because you said you reached the ceiling, like what you can do, but you can reach the ceiling, but that, for some people, reaching the ceiling, that's your prime.
Definitely. I mean, for me, it was more so, for me personally, as a producer, I had structured my time into working on my own stuff, but also working with another artist that I felt was like, that I was actually working with. We had chemistry, and like, actually was doing, like, because as an artist, when you're from a city that's not as like a major hub, you gotta go, like, even if you're not moving, you gotta kind of go do shows or like do pop-ups in different cities. So it's like, being in Arkansas, it's like we gotta go to Atlanta, or we gotta go to Austin, Texas, like all these places that are near.
Were those road trips then?
Yeah, so it's like hopping in the car, taking an 8-hour trip, you know, to the next city to make things shake. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, a lot of those things are necessary when you live in a place that's not a major music hub. Like, you got to take those trips. You got to be willing to put things on the line. Like, you got to sacrifice your time, sacrifice your energy for this sometimes. You know.
Damn, that's so important for people to hear, though.
Absolutely, and also build a support system. That's most important. When you're from a small place, like, you can build within your community. Find a team, like. Because every major artist has a team around. They got a DJ, they got a graphic designer, they got stylists, they got all these people that put all the pieces together to making a star. Like, a star doesn't come out of package fresh out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes time, it takes pieces to line up for a star to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
damn, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, and like artists need to connect with the DJs. All the DJs and the producers and the artists, you know, there needs to be like community. So it's like, when I was back home, I was running events, I was doing beat shows, I had like parties, I had shows, like showcase. I would put like different genres of people on the same showcase.
I'm trying to do that too. That makes so much sense.
Because it's like, people like music, so it's like you got to give them music and not necessarily worry about boxes or like how you're structuring it, you know what I'm saying? So,
Do you think, because I think it's a mixed response, do you think it takes one person from a city to blow up and then the city is spotlighted, or do you think it takes that city as a wave, as a collective, to blow up?
I mean, if you want more than one person to blow up, it takes the city to like actually push that and support it. Like, cause like, one person can always make it out of a city, but for a city to get its acknowledgement as a community is like another thing. It takes communal support. Like, that's why Atlanta ran things for 10 years. They actively, even if they don't like each other, they still support each other. Like, if somebody's doing something that's dope, like, everybody got to co-sign, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got to let it ride, because it's like, they know at the end of the day, if they all support each other, everybody gets on, you know what I'm saying? And everybody stays on if they keep supporting each other. So it's like, everybody stays in their collective, you know, their collective circles, but they will support each other, like, you know?
Yeah. Is it easy to like lose yourself once you move to LA or make it into the industry? Because a lot of, like, Little Mosey he is from Seattle, and a lot of Seattle people hate him because he kind of like trashes Seattle and he doesn't really rep Seattle, you know? But is that just him as a person, or is it easy to lose yourself once you move to LA?
That's definitely him as a person, but it's also definitely very easy to lose yourself in LA. Like, I don't think you should trash your city, because I think your city made, like, even if you come from a bad city, like, it made you at the end of the day. Like, like you can't knock, you know what I'm saying? Like, fate put you there, so it's like you can't knock your city for being itself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's kind of whatever, but like, you could. People get lost in LA all the fucking time. Like, people come to LA and be on some other shit, immediately just because like they get lost in the smoke and mirrors of it. Because it's like, yeah, LA's a movie. It's a walking movie. Like when I wake up, I feel like I'm on a set of a movie like every morning. Because it's just like that's what LA feels like. And some people get caught up in that movie star, like that movie lifestyle, and it's like they get distracted. They come out there a lot. Many of people crash and burn out there just because they get distracted.
How do you how do you cut out all that noise though? Because even though you're not getting a lot of press, it's the people that are behind the scenes that actually make things work anyways, you know? So you gotta, that's a good thing, that's something to be proud of.
I mean, because a lot of time, like I'm in real life person, so it's like I make a lot of friends, like, because I moved around my whole life. I done been in like 4 or 5 high schools and middle schools, like, so I you know what I'm saying? I done had to manage to like deal with people. I done got into fights and like just all this other shit. So it's like I know people like well enough to be like, all right, I know how to navigate this shit. So I mean, I just stay focused, stay out the way.
But how do you stay focused?
I mean, really it's just like priorities. So it's like you gotta prioritize. So for me, my priorities are like, I want my own independence as a young adult. I'm like, I want my family to have independence, like financial independence. So it's just like setting everybody up. So it's like for me, I'm like, I stay focused by being like, why did I move to California in the first place? I could have moved anywhere in the world, but I specifically chose California just because, I wanted to follow music dreams. So it's like, I can't slip away from that. I'm given opportunities and resources, so I utilize that time to better my own craft. I'm like, as a musician, I want to be better. Like, I'm not in this shit. Like, I'm also competitive, so I'm like, I'm not in this shit to just chill and like skate by. Like, that's not my MO in life, so it's just like that's not how I'm finna play it with music. So it's like I try to put my 100% into shit.
Right. So, but are priorities different than goals?
Yeah, because I mean, you can have goals, but that doesn't necessarily mean you fulfill them. Like when you have priorities, that means like you're reminded why you're doing certain things, and so certain moves are made. Like even if you're like, I want to do this and some fucking shit, like you're like, well, if I do this, then that's gonna mess up this things 2 weeks from now. You know what I'm saying? So like being mindful of those types of things. So it's like,
What are your goals though? Like, what is your vision 10 years down the road?
10 years down the road? I hope to be retired by 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, just because, I don't want to have to follow the rules of what a commercial artist is supposed to do. Like, I love music, but like, just the ruliness of it is just like a little not my speed. Like, I resonate more with like the old rock stars back in the day where they just kind of just did whatever they wanted to. Like that's more my speed. Like this whole like I gotta be a pop star, like gotta say the right things to all the right people all the time. Like fuck that. Like I make dark jokes and kick it and smoke a lot of weed. You know what I'm saying? But I can also.
That's why you're here, for the weed, right?
No, absolutely, it's the weed tour.
But so that's why I want to know. Seattle has a lot of that history, you know, like Nirvana, Pearl Jam.
Actually, I got a Nirvana tattoo.
Oh shit! This is the perfect artist for Seattle. He has a Nirvana tattoo.
Nirvana tattoo.
Oh my god.
R.I.P. Kurt Cobain.
Oh shit, dude. Okay, what does Seattle mean to you then? Oh my gosh.
Nirvana, the whole grunge sound, like that shit was major. Like I'm a '90s baby, so like all that shit was like that. MTV, that shit kicked MTV off. Like that whole Seattle, like took the game by storm when they came out with grunge rock. That shit shook the world up. Like to this day, like that's the craziest part. Like to this day, and even like Jimmy. So like I used to live in Clarksville, Tennessee, and Jimi Hendrix is originally from Seattle. Yeah. But he lived in Clarksville, Tennessee, because he was in the Army. He got kicked out of the Army, started playing guitar out there.
The national anthem, bro.
Yeah, so he was just like Jimmy's like one of my favorite musicians.
Dude,
so,
have you been to the MOPOP museum in Seattle? It's right next to the Space Needle.
No, I haven't.
So basically, they have this museum called the MOPOP, and they wanted it to be I think Paul Allen bought it. The co-creator or founder of Microsoft. Okay. He bought it, and he had a lot of Jimi Hendrix memorabilia. So he wanted it turned into a Jimi Hendrix museum, but his family wouldn't sign the rights off for that, you know? But if you go to the museum, there's shit ton of Jimi Hendrix shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to check that out.
Yeah, there's hella culture in Seattle, but so what made this a tour stop for you?
I mean, I haven't really hit the West Coast, so this is like a good time to like hit the West, like, cause I did New York and LA since the new album dropped, and then I did a festival for her. She did a Lights On festival.
Dude, she likes to put people on.
Yeah,
she's so
dope.
helpful on that.
Yeah, she's super dope. The festival was super dope. Did those shows, then got opportunity doing shows with Choker, so we went ahead and did a West Coast run.
Yeah, who is Choker? I have no idea who Choker is.
Choker, artist from Detroit, super dope, singer, producer, rapper, the whole nine. Yeah,
that's
Just
cool.
Like, yeah.
This other artist I talked to, he said that he got into music to support his family, you know?
Yeah.
But that's not his end goal. Like, is that what I'm kind of hearing from you? Like, you love music and you've been making some beats since you were 12, but is this what you're passionate about once you stop music? Is there something you are looking forward to doing after that? Like a craft or something you're trying to save up money for in a way?
No, I mean, I just want to do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. Like, it's not like a hard thing. It's just like, yeah, like I like art. I'm huge on art. Like, if I wasn't making music, I'd be making art. So I'm like always trying to be in that world, trying to dive deeper into like movies and TV. I do more music stuff for those for TV and movies, but like I want to get into more directing, acting stuff.
Yeah, I can see that in you. That's the thing though. Like, it's the people who stay the quiet are the ones who have something cooking up. You know, like.
Definitely got a lot of shit cooking up for sure.
Damn, that's so. What is something you want people to know about you that they can't get from your music, you know?
I'm meticulous.
It's OCD or meticulous?
Both.
Wow, that's good though. Like, give an example.
So like, yeah, like a lot of shit I do like is like very strategic, very on purpose. Like every I like think. I'm like a thinker. Like,
yeah.
So, like every little decision I make is like a thought. So it's like, and also just being also being OCD makes it worse. So it's like I really like thinking like minute detail and be like, yo, like just like touching certain shit. Like, I have to think about it before I do it. So it's like,
I touched the table.
I'm like, I don't know. I see some specs. So I'm like, it's suspect. I'm like, all right, fine. I have to like ignore it, but
damn.
whatever. Yeah.
That's sick. Like, you're a cool ass guy. What the fuck?
Thank you.
So, what is some advice that you have for up and coming producers, artists, creators, Seattle artists, people from small towns?
Advice: make number one, be true to yourself, but also be aware of your flaws and your shortcomings. Don't ignore them. Being aware of them is how you can succeed. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure you do all your research. Make sure you make connections. Make sure you're a genuine person. Cause you may end up doing business with shitty people, but it's like everybody's gonna remember you by your character. So it's like the way you operate, navigate, follows you. Like, cause people talk. That's just how shit is. Just like life is like high school essentially. So it's like
that's true.
You gotta treat it like that in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like like you gotta kiss hands and shake babies, but you also gotta make sure the music is good. Like don't be afraid to experiment. Like music is literally about experimentation. Like it's wind moving through air. You know what I'm saying? It's
wow. That's so simple. That's a simplified version. Yeah. That's so funny. I've never heard
wiggly
that.
Air, basically. Like, that's all music is. So it's just like, don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to go hard and try new shit, you know?
Right. What are some final words that you have for Seattle and the music industry?
Final words for the music industry: get your shit together. Final words for Seattle: I love Seattle. I've always had a good time being here. Shout out to Sango.
Oh shit! This artist that I'm working with, his name's Nestra. He has like a few songs with Sango.
Oh yeah, Sango's a homie. He's solid.
Damn. So, okay, what is the easiest way to reach you if a fan or another artist wants to like collab with you or just talk to you?
Twitter, Instagram. That's like easiest. On Twitter, I'm at bLAck On Instagram, I'm at bLAck.pARty. So yeah, just hit me up.
Hey, anything you want to promote?
Yeah, new music coming. Got Endless Summer out. New music on the way. New music all 2020.
Hey, here we go. This is DJ bLAck and
bLAck pARty, baby.
DJ bLAck.